Well, hello, everyone. My name is MightyStream. I am going to do your spiritual principle a day in a meditation for November 27th. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You may reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. It is entitled Humbly Asking for Help. We all go through times when we need help of one kind or another. Asking for help may be as principled and as difficult as anything we ever do. Guiding Principles, Tradition 7 for members. Moving into our first apartment clean, learning how to pay bills on time, going to a funeral or a wedding for the first time in recovery, asking someone to sit with us while the craving to pick up passes. Life on Life's Terms presents us with opportunities to ask for help on a daily basis. Our old way of thinking, shaped by self-centeredness and denial, guards a myth that equates asking for help with weakness. It takes a great deal of courage to push past the impulse to do all of this on our own. We cultivate humility as we surrender our excessive pride. We ask for and receive support from other members and find the courage to face new emotions and experiences. One member shared, "Today, I see that asking for help is our greatest source of strength. At times, life shows up and hits us square in the face. No matter how good a program we work, life still has its ups and downs. We all suffer losses. Success, at first so unfamiliar, can be challenging as well. And often we feel ill-equipped to handle life on life's terms alone. The good news is that we don't have to. The hardest part of getting help may be asking for it. We don't feel worthy and may think of ourselves as a burden. We swallow our pride and turn to more experienced members, NA members, for help. As awkward as that might be, our requests are typically met with graciousness. Having navigated many of life's obstacles clean, they're usually delighted to share their wisdom and offer support. The joys of helping another addict don't end when we attain X number of years. Learning how to be self-supporting does not mean that life's challenges become a solo endeavor. By practicing humility, we learn what our limitations are, establish some healthy boundaries, and set out in new directions that develop our strengths. Today, I will challenge my old ways of thinking by asking someone about their experience and opening myself up to their support. That's a beautiful meditation. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. Asking for help is one of the things that we can change. Asking for help is an exercise that gets better as you practice it. You become more comfortable knowing when you need help versus when you just want someone to assume the responsibility for the work that you need to do. It takes time. It's an honest effort. It's an exercise worth learning how to do. We talk about being able to pick up our phones when things are going good, so that when things are going bad, we will be able to pick it up just as easily. It's hard to call on someone for help when the only time you ever speak to them is when you are desperate. It becomes easier when you establish a relationship with a person. They get to know you, you get to know them, and then when you ask for help, it becomes much easier because now there's this bond and this trust relationship that has established. We know for sure that self-sufficiency is a lie. We know for sure no man is an island. We are all brought into this world with people around us. Whether they're people that we would later choose or not is irrelevant. We don't come into this world on our own. We come into this world with a community around us. A lot of us left those communities and we found the community, the fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous. This is our training ground. This is where we get to practice spiritual principles in all of our affairs, including being humble enough to ask for help. And most of the time, in fact, I've had few times when people have told me they can't help me, it was because they didn't have the information or the resources that were necessary to help me. And they were being very honest and didn't want to waste my time. And included in that would be maybe they didn't have the experience, they weren't able. But the other thing is that they didn't have the availability to help me. I've never had anyone refuse to help me because they were being mean or just didn't want to. Your life changes when you come into recovery and you find that the people that are in your life through the fellowship are also trying to put their pants on one leg at a time. As my sponsee shared with me, they're trying to put their pants on one leg at a time and learn humility and other spiritual principles just like you. And they get an opportunity to give and receive, and so do you. This is a beautiful, beautiful meditation. May you practice being humble today and asking for help. You might be surprised who is able to help you. May today, November 27th, be a beautiful day for you. Have a beautiful day on purpose. I intend to.